This part, we'll learn about Linux file system. From the previous part, we know that Linux is a compilation of file. Even this graphical user interface we are having is a program written, which is called while booting. Now moving to Linux file hierarchy. These are all the directories we are having in the hierarchy. Before moving further, these all directories are contained inside a root directory. We can see when we open terminal over here, we are in a root directory which is represented by /. Now what is root directory? In very layman term, we can understand that root directory is like a trunk of the tree and these all directories are the branches of the tree. Starting with the directories, the first one is bin and sbin. These contain the binary files and system binary files required by system to run and do function. Next one is boot. These contain the grub and important file required while booting up. And we really don't want to mess around here. The next one is CD-ROM. It was used to mount the CD-ROM, but nowadays we are not using it much. The next one is dev. In this directory, all our hardware are mounted. As we can see, the SDA, SDA1 and SDA2 and rest all like disk. If we'll move inside the disk, we can get the disk by label. Like I have named my disk as HDD. The next one is etc, stands for etc. In this, the program and files are stored which is used across the system. It's not user specific like apt. When we are using apt, for example LibreOffice, its configuration is stored according to user how we have configured it. The next one in the list is the home. This is the main file where we spend most of our time. Each user created in the system have its own directories over here. For example, I have my inventor directory here. If I'll move inside it, I have my desktop, documents, download, music, pictures, public, and rest. Moving back, lib, lib32, lib64, libx32, all the libraries directory required by system to run. The next one in the list are media and MNT. Is recently introduced in the operating system. This is controlled by OS. All our hardware like USB and etc will show here. If I will connect a USB right now, it will pop out here. And MNT was used for the same purpose in older time, but we can use it if we are connecting any external device manually. Now moving to OPT. In OPT, all the third-party softwares are stored. For example, Zoom, Google, etc. Even if I'll create a software for Linux on my own, I would store it here and use it further. Moving to proc. What are these numbers? Let me explain you. First, let's open our system monitor. Here we can see each and every process running. For example, cat. And now we are interested to know what is going inside. I want to see the files of cat. From here we can get its ID, which is 8397, and search it over here. And here we have the folder for the same process cat. And if we are interested, we can read them. Now here we have a root directory, which we have talked about earlier, but no, these are, and when we log in with our root account, we will be directed to here. The next on the list is run. In this, all the file and information is stored which is created while booting the system up. About Sbin we have talked earlier. Snap. In this directory, all the applications are stored we installed using Snap. It is mostly Snap is mostly seen in Ubuntu systems. Moving to next, service. Here no service is running on my system, that's why I can't see any service. But if I will start a web server or anything like that, I can see its directory and its files over here. Moving to system, it is a way to connect with kernel. For example, our graphic card, we can boost its performance, modify it thing, or whatever we want, we can do with that from here only. Moving to temp, it is used to store temporary files and folders. And what I mean by temporary is like we are using any system and because of some reason it crashes. So our operating system will come to temporary directory and try to find any backups over here to restore the previous session. The next is user. This is all about the user. Each and everything required by a user is stored over here. The short files are stored in bin and etc. and the big files are stored in local folders. The next one is variable. The running application store its data, for example cache and other information that it's required while running in variable directory. Thank you. For more detailed information you can visit cosmogic.com and download the PDF from there. Meet you in next part.